If you're transgender and you feel lost and broken, I promise you're not alone because I've been there. Hi loves, welcome back to another video. My name is Alizea and I'm your favorite ghetto black transsexual. Get up into the bed purr, whatever. I'm back. How are you wonderful, amazing people doing today, girl? I'm doing wonderful. Get up into the bed purr. Yes, a lot of my videos are pre-recorded, but that's not what y'all are here for, girl. Get up into it, girl. Today's video is going to be another video on, how I'm giving you guys advice, girl. Before we get to today's astounding video, I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe because you would never find another ghetto black transsexual like me. Hello. I'm beautiful, you're beautiful. Get up into the bed prayer, whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. So I know a lot of us are trying to figure out ourselves. I know a lot of us are trying to figure out what we want to do with ourselves and, who we are as people. I feel like being trans, you're not just one thing. Like, I hate putting ourselves in boxes. I hate when we put ourselves in boxes. Let me clarify. Like, I don't put myself in a box. I'm not non-binary. I am not non-binary, but I am, let's just say, I'm just trans, honey. I don't know how to explain. I'm not even gender fluid because, like, I don't see myself linking with a woman. I can't see myself doing that. But when you're trying to discover yourself, like, let me talk about when I was literally at my lowest and I was questioning my trans journey. That was when, like, let me say it like this. I was at my lowest when I was losing my mother. Like, I lost my mother. I was homeless. I was living with my aunts. Didn't know what I was going to do or eat. Yeah, I was like, if I was trans, would this have even happened? Like, literally, if I wasn't so rebellious, would this have even happened? Like, I was really questioning myself because also I wasn't on hormones anymore. Like, once my hormones ran up, it was done, like, literally. And I was on the shots and pills. So, like, once I ran out, there was no more. Literally, it was done. And I was questioning myself because I'm like, am I even trans if I don't take hormones? Like, people might be like, oh, yes, you're still trans, but, like, some people don't realize, like, they're not the ones going through that. They're not the ones going through what you're going through. Let me say it like that. And when I was going through what I was going through, I couldn't relate to anybody. I didn't have nobody. Like, I was by myself. Like, in my headspace, I was physically by myself in my head. Like, I was like, everybody's telling me to just be happy, just live life. But I don't feel happy. I don't feel comfortable because I don't have my hormones. I want my hormones. I thought that hormones is what made me transgender at the time, but that's not what made me trans. What made me trans was in here, in this heart. Yeah. I wanted to get on here and give you guys some advice on how I found my gender identity. And I just want to sit over here and give you guys advice because I know how it is to feel alone and feel like you're at your lowest and feel broken. But in reality, you're not. You're just trying to figure yourself out. And it's okay. So I want to start off by saying, like, the first tip I'm going to give you is literally give yourself permission to change, literally. A lot of people in this community don't understand that identities can evolve and that's okay, literally. Like, you only live once in this world, and I want a lot of people to understand when I first came out as transgender and when I first identified just as a basic trans woman, like a basic power bottom, that was it. That was all. I wasn't going out of my bubble, but the older I got and the more wiser I became, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm just that. Like, I think I'm like, I'm a transsexual, okay? I'm just keep it real. Like, I like my man meat. Like, I don't know. I'm a ghetto transsexual. Let me just say it like that. I always say I'm a ghetto transsexual because I know, historically, transsexuals are the ones who get their princess wands chopped off. They go through all the surgeries and stuff. But this is why I call myself ghetto, because I'm doing the opposite, girl. I'm going to keep my princess wand. I'm going to be walking around with the juggas, and I'll be walking around with the good old face card like, hello, get up into the ghetto-ness or whatever. That's my identity as a trans person. And it's going to continue to evolve because I'm only 20 years old. Like, I don't know how old you guys are, but you only live once in this world. Don't be sticking to a bubble, literally. If you feel you want to sit over here and one day identify as a goddamn brick, okay, do what you want, girl. That ain't my life. I don't care. But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you should be able to be yourself. And I feel like society shouldn't just sit over here and put you in a box. You shouldn't put yourself in a box, literally. Like I keep saying, people are going to change. People are going to evolve. We all evolve as human beings, literally. We came from cavemen to goddamn giant techo goddamn humanoids or whatever, girl. Bada bing, bada boom. But, like, yeah, it's okay, sister. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to, open your mind up to things. No tea, no shade. And the next thing that I want to put y'all onto is, like, literally, don't rush labels, literally. Like, you can exist without fully, like, defining yourself. Literally. Like me, literally. Like, oh my God, I think I'm the prime example of that. Like, literally, when I go outside, y'all, I'm not going to sit over here and just literally, say it's she, her, that's it, that's all. Like, honey, this is me. Like, I know who I am as a person. Let me just say it like that. I am Black and I am transgender, okay? But I don't need to force a label. Like, I don't need the labels forced upon me for people to understand me and respect me. Like, I respect myself enough. Like, I don't need nobody else's respect. Because, like it could change. Like, one minute I could be transgender, next minute I could be a man. Even though I know I'm transgender, okay? Like, I'm not detransitioning, but I'm just saying metaphorically, I know everybody else evolves. And, the one thing I hate about society, and specifically the transgender community, and this could offend some people, but, like, I feel like the reason why a lot of detransitioners end up detransitioning is because they realized later on in their life that they couldn't be themselves fully because they were listening to society and they didn't have the voice, or they didn't have the person and the motivator to allow them and let them know and just give them a heads up that, hey, your life is going to evolve. Your gender identity is going to evolve. You as a person, you're going to evolve, and you might not be the same person that you were beforehand. And a lot of these detransitioners are like, I just want to be a woman again, or I just want to be a man again. Honey, you should have took your damn transition slow and stop fucking rushing. Literally. Figure yourself out. That's the question that a lot of people don't ask themselves. Who are you as a person? Literally. I made a whole video about this. You need to figure out who you are. Literally. You don't need to be rushing your transition. Literally. Don't put a label on yourself and be like, okay, I'm a man. I'm going to stick with it for the rest of my life. Girl, you could be a gay man that's trans. You could be this. You could be that. You could be whatever you want in your life, literally. Just don't be Lily Tino, girl. No tea, no shade. Explore yourself. Like, literally, this is your life. Feel free to do what makes you happy. Period. And the next thing that I want to sit over here and say for my Bookie Bears is literally surround yourself around affirming people. When I'm a trans person, you get what I mean? Like, I'm young, I'm lit, I'm having fun with myself. I've always surrounded myself, and I knew there was a fly in here, girl. I knew it. But like I said, I surround myself around people who deserve me. And I surround myself with people who affirm me. Let's just say it like that. Okay, let me just keep it cute. Let me keep it real. Let me keep it a buck, okay? I'm going to keep it Black with y'all. I hang around ghetto Black people, or I hang around, Black gay people, Black trans people, or just trans or gay people in general. I don't hang around the straight community as much as I used to, because they don't understand my struggles. They don't understand me as a person. And sometimes I do get tired of educating people and having to sit over here and tell people that, hey, because that person called me this or called me that, and having to constantly tell people that, this is disrespectful. I don't want to keep doing that. So I would just rather hang around my community that understands the struggles that I'm going through, or understands who I am as a person. Like, for example, I used to hang around a lot of, straight, cisgender, just keep it real. I used to hang around a lot of straight, cisgender Black females or whatever, right? And they was cool, they was casual or whatever, right? At the time, so I thought. But the older I got, the more I realized a lot of them were fake. A lot of them only talked to me because they wanted to know the trade and stuff. Why would I hang around that, literally? And a lot of them, helped me go down that wrong path in my life where I was dealing and tricking the trade and not telling guys that I was trans and stuff like that. I don't do that stuff no more. But, like, because I was around the wrong environment, it didn't help me. Let's just say it like that. I say my best advice for y'all is to surround yourself around people who are like you. That's the best way for you to evolve. That's the best way for you to find yourself. Surround yourself around people who are just like you. If not, who are exactly like you. Get up into it. Bada bing, bada boom. The next piece of advice that I want to give for my wonderful, amazing people is stop comparing your timeline to others. I want a lot of people to understand that everybody's path and journey is different. And this is something that I had to take in consideration, and I'm still learning to this day. So literally, I can't rush my transition. Neither can you. You can't just sit over here and expect that you're going to look you can't expect that you're going to look fab in an instant when you come out as trans, or when you hop on those hormones, or you're going to get the mommy milkers and then you're just going to be A-okay. Honey, that's not the reality of life, okay? That's not the reality of life. You're going to have to constantly keep fighting, keep choosing, keep getting humbled, and keep learning yourself. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, how do I say this? I compare myself sometimes to my peers because my peers look fab, my peers look cunt, my peers got the mommy milkers, they look good, they look fab, they just give them what's supposed to be gave. Some of them are on television, some of them have thousands upon thousands of followers, and I'm just like, I'm stuck with this. But the fact that 12,000 people decided to subscribe to my channel, bitch, girl, that's not a small number. Because imagine that in a room with you, girl. I'll have a goddamn heart attack. So it's like, although I'm not where I genuinely want to be, although you're not genuinely where you want to be, your time will come. And that's something that I and many others have to remember. Everything takes time. We can't rush what God has in store for us. We can't rush what the universe has in store for us. We can't rush what life has in store for us. You just had to wait it out, okay? And while you're waiting it out, literally hustle for those things. Do what makes you happy. Like, let me give you this piece of advice. One thing that I am learning to do is, while I am taking the time to build myself up, to get on this path, to finding myself and stuff like that, I am also making content, because making content is something that I genuinely love doing. This is something that I'm genuinely passionate about. I love making content for my Bookie Bears. I love being a YouTuber. This is something that makes me happy. And I also want to, inspire people. This is what makes me happy. So yeah, no tea, no shade. Just do what makes you happy with that one. And yeah, no tea, no shade.
Girl, shut the fuck up. I ain't gotta explain shit to you.
And closing this video out, I want you guys to focus on literally what feels right now, and not what you think you should be. Literally, this is something that I am still having to learn as I speak and as I go throughout my life, is that, although I don't feel complete as a trans person, although I still feel left behind, although I am very angry that I am not in Atlanta right now, everything happens for a reason. Let's just say it like that. And although, like, right now, I'm just so, like, disgusted that I'm not there. I'm so sad that I'm not there. I really want to be there. And all this other stuff that I'm dreaming about, right? What's meant to be will be. And when it's time, it's going to be time. And literally, how do I say it like this? I just trust God's intuition, and you should too. Like, if you feel deep down inside that, you're transgender, do it. What the hell? Like, do it. I know you're not going to be, you got to have the mindset that you're not going to be fab when you first start off. Okay. You're not going to be fab. I literally was looking back when I was getting ready to make this video. I was looking back at my childhood, and I was like scrolling through my goddamn Facebook or whatever, right? And there's this one person, I don't even know if they watch me, girl. No tea, no shade, girl. So hopefully you're not watching, because you might feel attacked. But like, this one person used to hang around these I'm gonna just say it. This one person used to hang around these group of girls who would literally talk so much shit about me and talk about my transition and say, I'm a man, man, this and that, right? Will talk so much crap about me because I was the only openly black trans woman in that school. Let's just keep it real. And I've been that way since I fucking came out, literally. And that person ended up coming out as trans. Me deciding to take it forward and taking those steps to my transition and just saying, fuck it, I don't care about what anybody else thinks, that person was watching me. Literally, they were watching me because I be seeing them in my goddamn views, girl. But like, girl, no tea, no shade. That person literally watched me and decided, I guess it's time for me to do it. And now they're popping moans. I taught them how to pop moans and stuff like that. Like, I feel like whatever is in store for me will be in store for me. What's right will be right. Do not rush your transition. Take time to yourself. Take time to learn yourself. It will be okay. And you don't have to have it all figured out today or tomorrow, even a year from now. Like, your identity isn't a destination. It's a journey, and every step you take is valid. So take your time, literally learn yourself. I'm going to be learning myself as I'm making these videos. Like, my name is Alizea. I'm black and I'm trans and I'm beautiful. And that is my slogan. That is my word. And that is what I go by. That is just my quote until I die. I am black and I'm trans and I'm beautiful. And you better put some respect on my name. Hello? And I want you guys to repeat. You guys need to have a quote for your damn selves. Okay? Actually, you can have that figured out. What is your quote? What do you go by? Okay? You trans and you cunt, but is you fish. And by fish means fab, okay? In my opinion, fish means fab. You ain't got to be cunt, like face card cunt. You ain't got to be passing cunt. But are you cunt to the T where your personality stands out? Everybody wants to be around you. Is you that cunt? You is that cunt. Because look at you now. You watching a bad bitch like me. Hello? But like, no tea, no shade. I'm about to wrap off this video by saying, like, please trust your intuition. You only live once. Everybody in this community is still trying to figure themselves out, so don't rush your transition. I know it's, confusing, it's lonely, it's overwhelming, but you're not alone. And I just wanted to make this video to affirm that. Let's just say it like that. But I love you guys. Stream Nicki Minaj. I gotta go, girl. And I'm sorry that my eyes were wandering, girl. No tea, no shade. I have a lot of stuff I'm looking at while I'm making content, so it's a lot going on. But I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the big purr, and bye, guys.